Morning from Dark County Park's Shawnee Prairie Nature Center. My name is Rob. I'm one of the naturalists here at the Park District. We're going to go on a bird hike this morning, see what we can hear, see what we can see. We've got a lot of good bird song already. I've got nuthatch, I've got chickadees, we've got a woodpecker drumming in the background. So lots and lots going on. Early migration at this point, but very soon we'll be having warblers and all sorts of a variety of other spring migrations coming through, including orioles and rose-breasted grosbeaks. So we are right on the cusp of the beginning of migration, so we're going to check it out today, see what we got going on. Come for a hike with me. So this one we hear singing, it's hidden back in the brush right now. This is a white-throated sparrow, a winter species that comes down here, hasn't left yet. If you listen to the song, it sounds like singing, "Oh, sweet Canada, Canada." Ever-present turkey vulture this time of year. Amazing birds. Don't make much in the way of song though, but fun to watch them soar around. So here we've got a brown creeper, another one of our winter variants that we'll see. This guy will be probably disappearing soon, won't see as much of him in the summer months. Very similar to a nuthatch, and a woodpecker climbs up the tree trunk, looks underneath the bark, gleaning for insects to eat. Pretty common, but very difficult to see because amazing camouflage. Chorus frogs in the background. Chickadee drumming. Often when you hit a woodpecker drumming, it's not actually looking for food, it's signaling territory. Cardinals singing. Yes, the woods are waking up for the spring. So we've got a blue jay calling, tufted titmouse, right there. Song sparrow over in the prairie. A Carolina wren in the distance doing tikero, tikero, tikero. There's our tufted titmouse sitting at the top of this oak tree. Tiny little bird, making a loud noise. Very common in your backyard feeder. So these guys you have to film from a distance. These are the wood duck. Extremely skitterish batch. Gorgeous bird. So this quick segment shows just how difficult it is to see these birds and how quick they move sometimes. This is a 1-second clip slowed down to 1/8 speed so that you get a chance to see some of the field marks on this fox sparrow. Field marks are identifying characteristics on a bird, such as the rusty brown rump on this fox sparrow. Here comes the original clip. Can you see the field marks? You can hear the red-winged blackbird singing off to the left here. Just a moment. Here we have the Carolina chickadee, again extremely common yard bird. and woodlot bird. You can hear one chattering in the background, chickadee dee dee. These guys are here year-round. And while we used to be right on the border of the black-capped chickadee and the Carolina chickadee, the black-cap being a northern species has been pushed further north at this point due to the climate warming up and the Carolina chickadee kind of out-competing them at this point. So here's our song sparrow, again very common. Let's see if he'll throw out a song for us. So here we have one of my favorite bird species. This is a golden-crowned kinglet. They are one of our smallest songbirds, both the golden-crowned and the ruby-crowned, and they move with a nervous energy and are constantly moving quickly. In fact, the footage you've been watching here is at half speed. Here's the extremely common eastern downy woodpecker. This is a female. She does not have a red dot on the back of her head. Very, very common in backyards and across the woodlots. Relatively small woodpecker. Has a similar cousin called the hairy woodpecker, which is almost identical, a little bit bigger, has a beak that's about twice as long though. But again, if you have a bird feeder or a suet feeder in your backyard, you're sure to see these guys from time to time. Well, we're all excited to see the new spring growth and wildflowers coming up. Darke County Parks and all other park districts ask that you practice a leave no trace method and enjoy the flowers with photographs instead of picking a bouquet for yourself and then tossing it down as you walk out the door. These wildflowers are very important for our pollinator species, and everybody likes to appreciate them living opposed to a huge bouquet picked and then littered on the side of the trail once you're done with your trip. So here's a dark-eyed junco. These guys have the nickname of snowbirds as they generally arrive around October and will last through until about April. So they should be disappearing here pretty soon, heading back up north for the summertime, not to return until late this fall. So this American goldfinch is a male and is still getting his breeding plumage. You can see that he's still got some of that olive green near his wing there. His black cap has barely just started to come in, so getting ready for spring. Here we have a barred owl going for a walk. You see all sorts of things when you're at Shawnee Prairie Nature Center. Well, definitely not a bird. If you've ever gone on a hike with any of the naturalists at Darke County Parks, or any naturalist for that matter, you realize that when you see something else, it suddenly becomes a hike about that. So here is one of our early butterfly species. This is an englewing. Could be a question mark or a comma. Believe it or not, those are the common names. They have a small mark that indicates on the outside of their wing that we cannot see currently, but just a tiny little white line that looks either like a comma or a question mark. So these guys are enjoying the very early spring blooms that are out, very few and far between. One of the benefits of leaving dandelions and all the other quote-unquote weeds alive to flower in your yard. Here Phoebe singing in the background, and we'll resume our bird hike. Well folks, I think that'll do us for the bird hike today. Thanks for coming out. We saw and heard a lot of good things. Tried to get you some video. Hopefully you guys got a chance to experience the bird watching at Shawnee Prairie today, this early April. Come on out for a hike. The park trails are open sunrise to sunset. Bird watching is best early in the morning, so grab a pair of binoculars if you've got them, or just go out for a hike. Most of the birds are very near to us, and they'll come down close and kind of investigate as you're walking through if you go quietly. Once again, thanks for coming out to Shawnee Prairie Nature Center, and we will see you on the trails real soon.